Hey guys, I'm Kent and welcome back to my channel. So today I got to do my second Minimoto track day and the first time doing it on my 2019 Honda Monkey. I've done a few videos recently on setting that bike up as a track dedicated bike. I've got some good track tires on it, and suspension and frame sliders. I got those Tiger rear sets. Anyway, I had a much better time on this bike and I rode it better this time than I did the first time. For one, I didn't have the same jitters as I did the first time. I still have a ton to learn though. When I feel like I'm leaning and my knee's almost dragging on the ground, and then I watch the video, it looks like I'm just cruising around on the freeways. So there's still a lot of confidence and skills for me to learn, but the track guys that I've been going with are absolutely amazing in teaching me different skills in body position and loading the brakes and how to take the different turns. It's a lot of fun, and honestly, it's probably information overload. I've only taken one or two things from each of the times that I've been out there, but if I can pick up one or two things every time, and I do it a couple of times a month, I'll hopefully in short order be a little bit better at this. But even though when I watch the video, it doesn't look like I'm being too aggressive, it feels like I'm being aggressive, and it's a lot of fun. It feels really fast to me, although as I watch the playback from the third person view, it looks like I'm going a lot slower than it felt. But again, tons of great fun. And since I knew I wasn't pushing that track monkey to the limit, I let some other guys ride it. So Adam took it for a couple laps and he really showed what it could do. And then Dixon did some laps on it and he was really killing it on it. He was actually scraping my kickstand. The little triangle is now halfway ground off. So I'm gonna cut that off completely since that's one of the first things that are scratching. It's not even close to the peg, but grounded that almost halfway through. But he had some amazing aggressive riding. Anyway, this is where the crash came into play. After he was almost done with that session on the final turn of probably one of the last laps, as he was coming off of the straightaway, he was pushing those brakes so hard that the brake fluid started boiling. He lost full front brake. He tried to slow it down with the rear brake a couple times, scrubbed off some speed, and then took it into the plastic barrier. Most importantly, he wasn't hurt, but amazingly, the bike was actually just fine. Again, having gone through it in detail now, there's a couple of plastic scuffs, mostly that just come off because it was just plastic. But at the very last moment, it pretty much went into the barrier sideways, and then a lot of it landed on top of the barrier, and then the angle it came down was pretty soft. So a pretty good outcome that you can have from a crash situation. When we brought it back into the pits, for a long while, the brake lever was completely dead as that brake fluid was boiling. I haven't changed the brake fluid in that bike. The bike now is about 2.5 years old. It only has about 2,000 miles on it, but that's definitely something to be mindful of if you're riding these bikes aggressively, to change out that brake fluid more often. This is obviously a great excuse for me to redo the brakes on that bike. I put the Brembos on my 2022 Honda Grom, so I'm going to do the same Brembo setup for the Monkey, and I'll also use a very high-end brake fluid and stainless steel lines to hopefully prevent that from happening again. From all the sessions that I did, I wasn't getting close to getting the brakes spoiling, but I also wasn't riding the bike nearly as aggressive. Anyway, so thanks again, Dixon, for showing me how capable the bike is and for showing me how durable it is in a crash as well. But I had an absolute blast. These guys go to the track almost every week. I'll probably go again in 2 weeks and try to, again, just build more confidence and skills and try to take something away from each track day. But even if I didn't learn anything, I had a fantastic time, so can't wait to be doing it again. The other thing is, if some of you are in the Southern California area and are into getting into Minimoto track days, reach out to me about the next time we're going, or check out Apex Racing Center. It's in Lake Paris, so from San Diego, it's about an hour and a half away. From the Los Angeles area, it's also about an hour and a half away. It would be great if we could continue to grow the community. Today there was about 6 or 7 of us on Minimotos, and then there was about as many guys on supermotos and a few guys on mid-sized bikes and 1 go-kart. But there's only about 15-minute breaks between times that we were on the track, so tons of track time to be out there, lots of stuff to learn, and a lot of great fun. Anyway, thank you everybody very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and keep on building.